Every single season, NBA teams get divided into categories. When narrowing it down to the playoff teams, you have your guaranteed title picks.
One of the great playoff runs of all time is complete.
Any other contenders.
The Denver Nuggets can finally call themselves NBA champions.
Your tough teams that aren't on that level, but will still be a challenge to beat.
Oh, he's setting the building on fire!
And then you have the teams that should barely even be there. But there's another category, the team with nothing to lose. And you can make the case that this is by far the most dangerous one. We've had crazy playoff runs in the past, but I don't think I've seen anything like this.
Hi, Tyrese, all the way in the back, Malika Andrews, ESPN. The only lead change of the entire game was your game winner, and they say one time is luck.
4 seconds.
Two times is a habit.
Steps back and hits.
3 times it's the truth.
For the win and goal! He got it!
So what's the 4th time?
Oh my goodness! What is happening here?
Simple's been asking for me on the road from the west to the east. Way up, I might never come down.
We know people don't believe in us.
So high, I might never come down. So what? This is my lifestyle.
If you know anything about Indiana, you know that they love basketball. A lot.
Confidence level is sky high. This is big time.
The Pacers, for most of their franchise history, have been one of those teams that's just always in the mix, no matter what. And they've had a bunch of moments to be proud of in the past.
Got the step and stops one move and counts on the foul. Anthony attacks Hibbert, denies him at the rim.
And some moments that aren't so pleasant.
Artesta's in the stands. Oh, this is awful. Fans are getting involved. Steven Jackson's in the fans.
They've seen it all, but one thing they haven't seen a lot of in the last 2 decades or so, the reason why we play this game to begin with, they have not seen their team win very much. And even though they find themselves in one of the sports capitals of the country, they had also only found themselves in 1 finals appearance since the NBA-ABA merger. And to a lot of fans, that just isn't gonna cut it. But a new era of Pacers basketball was about to begin.
With the 11th pick in the 2015 NBA Draft, the Indiana Pacers select Miles Turner from the University of Texas.
What do you think that you showed this team during your pre-draft workouts?
Man, just my ability just to go out there and outwork people, man. I mean, I'm a competitor. I work hard. I mean, it's just what I do. I think I came out there and put that on full display.
Miles Turner came into an already established team, but one with an uncertain future. After a catastrophic injury to franchise superstar Paul George, the Pacers just seemed to be in limbo, as even though Paul George had returned from injury by the time Miles made the team, he was still trying to get back to the player that he once was. The situation was a pretty difficult one for a young player like Miles to just be thrown into, but he handled it pretty graciously.
It's not there for George Hill. Cutting is.
Oh my! Yes, Mike Turner gets his own board, going strong. My Lord! Oh, wow!
Being praised for his ability to space the floor and his rim protection, Miles was able to provide a lot of value to this Pacers team, even though he was still pretty young. However, without much playoff success in 2016 and 2017, the Pacers would have to make a decision on the future of their team. And in the 2017 offseason, we would find out exactly what that decision was.
Yeah, Ramona Shelburne is all over this story. Paul George has been traded to the Oklahoma City Thunder. We are still trying to determine what the pieces are here.
Yeah, Ramona just tweeted that she's hearing it's Oladipo and Sabonis.
an up-and-coming young guard in Victor Oladipo, and a versatile big man in Domantas Sabonis would hope to bring the team new life. Add Miles Turner into that mix, and you have a great new, younger core to build around. And they showed a lot of promise. The future was bright.
Oladipo, Sabonis with the throwdown.
The man that's been tutored and mentored.
Oh, Miles Turner.
Here's Oladipo for three. Oladipo to win it.
Another one.
He got
Another one. Another one.
Link to the floor pass, Siakam.
They called a foul on Victor. They're going to say he took his legs out from under. Victor's hurt. Oh, I'm looking at his kneecap. You can see it. Yeah, you can see it. Yeah, they're calling the doctor out.
We're starting to see a pattern develop here. Indy gets a new star player, and they soon suffer a catastrophic injury. And just like that, plans would all of a sudden change, as even though Oladipo would return from injury after a long recovery, they no longer saw a competitive future with that core with him, Domantas Sabonis, and Miles Turner. And as a result, the Pacers would make more major changes over the next few seasons, mainly trading Victor Oladipo to the Houston Rockets and hiring Rick Carlisle as their new head coach. During the 2022 season, they would make a trade that would end up being the key to everything.
Welcome to Indiana.
Yeah,
What's the last couple days been like for you?
It's been a whirlwind. It's been crazy, a lot of emotions, but I'm excited to be here and excited to get started. So, all the people have been super cool. I'm learning names right now, so give me a couple days, I'll get everybody's name, but I'm really looking forward to it.
Tyrese Haliburton had been doubted since before he was drafted back in 2020. They said he's too skinny for the NBA. The unorthodox jump shot will never translate. It's too slow. He'll have to prove he can make threes consistently. All valid questions going into the draft. But his upside was what made him exactly the type of player that this team needed. A player that just has such a great feel for the game and running an offense. Ever since his rookie year with Sacramento, he always just seemed like a vet in terms of his overall knowledge and how he played and carried himself. He was just so mature for his age.
When the starters come out, the job of the bench is to add more momentum and keep it going if things are going well. And we didn't do that to start that second quarter. We can't be like that. It's got to be off the jump. We got to be ready. I thought our energy was poor.
Even though, again, he was just a first or second year player. And early into his stint with Indiana, it was obvious. Things just started clicking pretty much right away.
Haliburton inside. Oh, what a pass. Oh, look at that pass. Nice pass. Brissett finishes.
That's basketball.
Haliburton.
Really good pass.
Shot clock down to 4. Haliburton a deep 3, and he drills it.
It was that moment where everything just came together. And it was like, okay, yeah, that's the guy.
Pacers are playing without Isaiah Jackson, and a 3 by Haliburton. Haliburton for his third 3.
Haliburton, what a bounce.
Free look. Good find. Really good find.
Haliburton, whoa, he got his challenging. Wow.
The Pacers would make good progress to finish out the season, but it was clear that they simply just weren't good enough yet, and were building for next year and the years after that. They would make a trade with Boston to acquire Aaron Nesmith and a first-round pick for the next offseason, as well as selecting both Benedict Mathurin and Andrew Nembhard in the 2022 draft. But even though Tyrese made his first All-Star appearance in 2023, Indiana struggled to stay above 500 for the majority of the season, and it was mainly due to lackluster offense. Still, it would prove to be a 10-win improvement over the previous year, so it was clear that they were slowly moving in the right direction. The team would sign Haliburton to a massive contract extension in the 2023 offseason to make it clear that they were fully committing to building around him and this core long term.
A career high!
You gotta love it for the big fella, having a heck of a year.
Also that offseason, they would make a trade to acquire Obi Toppin from the New York Knicks. a great athlete and an okay shooter that was just never quite able to put things together in New York. The biggest change between the 2023 and 2024 seasons, it was clear that the Pacers figured it was time to speed up the offense while simplifying it at the same time. And it sounds crazy, but it would actually prove to be the catalyst for everything that would follow.
He met with me before the season and was like, yo, like, I don't want to call plays anymore. I want you in charge of it. I believe in you. I trust you. And I'm like, word? I bet. But he just believes in me, and it gives me a ton of freedom. And I'd say the next part is honesty. He's always real with me. Always keeps it real with me.
Smith hands it down. Behind the back. Turner for three.
The Pacers have more pop in their game.
And he is going to lob it up and throw it down. Levine blocked by Turner. Look out.
Smith with a running start.
The ball movement was impeccable. The run and gun style of play overwhelmed teams, and at the center of it was Tyrese Haliburton, who at this point was beloved by Pacer fans and praised by diehard NBA fans. But it was time for everyone to see that this guy with the funny jump shot can actually be one of the top players in the NBA.
What the hell are the Indiana Pacers?
Rick Carlisle deserves the talk of Coach of the Year early in this season. They're third in the Eastern Conference right now.
Number one offense in the league, Mo.
Frankly, he's a superstar. There's no other way to put it.
When it comes to efficiency, there's of course shooting efficiency, but one thing that often gets overlooked is passing and playmaking efficiency, completing passes and dishing out assists while also limiting your turnovers. In the 2024 season, Haliburton started putting up unprecedented assist to turnover ratios. Oh, and that shot that some scout experts said would never translate to the NBA
is going to launch it and hit it.
Haliburton was trying to get it over there.
Tyrese. My goodness. Whoa. This is crazy.
Haliburton tracked off balance three, and he puts it in.
They were finally putting it together, like really putting it together. And the final piece of the puzzle came to the team in January of 2024.
First time being traded in mid-season nonetheless. What's kind of that adjustment been like for you, and where do you feel like you still need to catch up or regain with this team?
Yeah, it's been tough. I mean, I think the first 2 days the trade happened, I don't think I slept at all. The guys here have been unbelievable, just, kind of like helping me through everything, from everyone, literally, like from, like the Chads to, the equipment manager. Like, it's been great. And I'm grateful for that. And I think, again, for me, I'm going to have to continue to learn, and I'm going to get better.
Pascal Siakam brought championship experience, as well as additional scoring and rebounding to a team that was already on an upward trajectory. And for the most part, he was pretty much plug and play. There was no real adjustment period, it seemed, for him. He pretty much just fit right in, almost immediately.
11 of 12 games, and that's Siakam.
Last time.
Step through, Siakam, count it on it.
Did Siakam get there? Yes!
The team would finish the season with 47 wins, good for the 6th seed in the Eastern Conference, and a 22-win improvement from just 2 seasons before. And right when they got to the playoffs, you notice pretty much right away that, yeah, while a lot of these guys are young, they don't seem like they're scared or intimidated by anything.
This series has officially begun. We're winning the game right now! Max, come on. We're winning the game right now! Crosses over on Beverly. Float game for the win! Tyrese! Field. Haliburton. Underneath somehow!
Here in Indianapolis, temper's starting to flare.
And if you're the Bucks, the Doc Rivers, you've got to corral Portis.
Haliburton double team, shot clock at 4. Nembhard's got to put it up. Step back, his three-pointer. Nembhard knocks the 3 down. Timeout, Knicks!
Tyrese Haliburton would miss time during the playoffs with a hamstring injury, and ultimately the Pacers would be swept in the conference finals by the eventual champion Boston Celtics. But even though they were swept, and without their all-star guard for a majority of the series, they were still competitive with what many considered to be the best team in the NBA, with 3 of those 4 games coming down to the last minute. They had proven that while they may not be on that level right now, it might not be that long before they are, which brings us to the 2025 NBA season.
We had some very bad struggles, and we need to do a lot better. So we've got a few days here, and we've got to tighten some things up.
Why do you feel like you guys have struggled so much with consistency this season?
Great question. I'll think about it.
Coming off of a conference finals appearance, a lot of fans wouldn't expect this team to be struggling this much. With injuries to key players Andrew Nembhard and Ben Shepherd, they just looked lost. Through the first 25 games of the season, the Pacers held a record of just 10-15, and with them being eliminated from the in-season tournament in December, they decided to use that downtime to try to get back to the Pacers team of last year. And a break proved to be exactly what this team needed, because after that, well.
And the Pistons have gone to the bench. Malik Beasley is in. He loses Haliburton.
Acrobatic, outside, Nembhard, got 3.
90 out of Providence. Turner, catch, shoot again.
Oh, he's feeling it. You do a
10-assist game.
Oh, he's really feeling it now. He is really feeling it.
The ball.
Look who ran from one side of the floor to the other. Nembhard.
Mathurin, it's a 3-on-1. Haliburton behind the back for Mathurin. Oh, very nice. And the Pacers move it.
Oh, good fake.
Haliburton for 3.
Good fake.
Starts things coming off the screen. Haliburton. Step back. Got it. Pacers down 3. Haliburton's got the ball. Haliburton rises up. And there's the whistle. Oh, my goodness. Tyrese Haliburton hits a 3 and is fouled.
You have got to be kidding me.
Now, Tyrese Haliburton has always been pretty calm under pressure, but this season in particular, he had possibly the biggest statistical anomaly I have ever seen when it comes to scoring in the clutch. We talked about efficiency before. I'm adding another category to that, which is whatever the hell this is.
Haliburton double pumps a 3 and hit it!
Yeah, plenty of time. Don't foul.
Nope. Haliburton
got him again. Oh, looks good.
We're tied.
Oh, looks good.
Haliburton ties it up and clear it out. Haliburton
and make a play. And I'm telling you, Neesmith was the difference. He made them have to rethink how if they were going to set a screen and roll. They lost the ball. Bingo!
Haliburton for 3. And the Pacers on this end. Haliburton got it. It's a 3. Raises his hands to the sky.
And it was something that would rub off on the rest of the team.
McConnell underneath the basket. Looking. Top it in the corner for 3.
Yeah!
Pacers have it. A chance to tie.
Yeah, Nembhard.
Hits the 3. Nembhard.
Brown switches onto Haliburton. Siakam for the lead.
50 wins by the end of the season. Yet another improvement over the previous year with a noticeably better defense to go along with it. But despite all that, there's a bit of a problem. You see, every single season, The Athletic sends out a poll to NBA players where they vote on various things like most underrated player, clutchest player, who deserves to win MVP, etc. But there's also another category on that poll, the most overrated player in the NBA. And in the 2025 Athletic poll, Tyrese Haliburton won the vote for most overrated player in the NBA. Now, I'm gonna repeat that for those that may not be aware of what I just said. This is not a media poll or a fan vote or anything along those lines. This is players in the NBA that voted this. And with the playoffs coming around, that might be something to keep in mind for later. At this point, most people have 3 title picks on their minds going into the playoffs: the OKC Thunder, the Cleveland Cavaliers, and the defending champion Boston Celtics. Anything to do with the title, you had to get through them. The Pacers weren't quite there yet. They would first have to face off against the Milwaukee Bucks for a rematch of last year's first round. But it is worth noting that Milwaukee is a noticeably worse team this time around. Couple that with an injury to star Damian Lillard, and the series became a formality at that point. So we thought.
Into the front court. Trent to tie it, and he does. Another second half tie. Trying to create space. Clock down, it's Trent, and he buries. 10 assists. Green with a 3. Oh! Connects! No less. Slight difference, game clock, shot clock. Haliburton to the rim. Ties it. 10. Back to Haliburton, lines up the 3. He's got the last 9.
Giannis, he wanted to get Giannis in the pick and roll to take away his ability to help defend. And Gary
Trent, he'll fire it. Oh, he's on fire. 42 minutes for Giannis, 44 for Green, as he buries another one. Trent, the 3, oh, it continues! 7-point lead. Nembhard with a 3. Good! Still time to go. Gary showed up. The steal. 4-point game. There's still life in the building. Haliburton attacking, and the foul. 17.1 to go. To Green, Trent with it, and he loses it. On a brilliant night, Gary Trent Jr., here we go. Haliburton. 5 seconds, 4 seconds, Haliburton for the lead, 1.3 to go, Pacers by 1, here's Gary Trent Jr., lets it fly, and the Pacers are moving on, what a comeback in overtime.
It was easily one of the most unbelievable things that a lot of NBA fans had ever seen. The Pacers were down by 7 with just under 40 seconds left. Up until that point, there had been over 1,600 teams dating back to 1977 that also found themselves in this situation. Of those 1,610 teams, one of them went on to win the game. That one team, the one you just watched. They pulled off the impossible to close out the series, and now it was on to their real test, one of those title picks that we talked about earlier. After a Game 1 win, there was no denying it anymore. This team can compete with the best, and with Game 2 now a must-win for Cleveland, they would respond accordingly.
Mitchell stops on a dive to spin the fake. Offensive brilliance. Mitchell extra feed. Unreal. First miss in 4 attempts. Mitchell.
that was his ball. In this quarter.
Here comes Mitchell, but it's a scary sight. And contact. He will not stop. Mitchell, shadow, double team, gets it to Struz from deep. Can they hold him off here? Final 66 seconds. Haliburton chiseling to the cup. That'll
to play it out.
They get it into the hands of Mitchell, and now Siakam is called for the bump. And that's not what they wanted.
No, Rick Carlisle did not want a foul there.
That's career. Siakam contact, boy, nearly got it to drop. That'll put Siakam at the line. And just keep in mind what Indiana did in that clincher against Milwaukee. Look at that stick back. Naismith. Here in Cleveland. This is all you want in the NBA playoffs. 47 seconds, contact, Mitchell and Neesmith, offensive.
And they may have to look at that.
Inbound Haliburton, and here we go. 10 seconds, Nembhard. On the wing, Siakam attacks and lays it in. It's a one-possession game, 27.5. Do you foul here immediately if you're Rick Carlisle?
I do. Oh, my goodness.
There's a steal. Nembhard. 25 seconds. Unbelievable.
And really, the Cavs have struggled the entire game getting the ball inbound.
Haliburton sizes up Jerome, and here he comes to the cup. Contact. And Haliburton is going to shoot free throws. They don't have a timeout, Kenny Atkinson, so he can't challenge.
No, that's a great call. If you're the your guys have got to do a much better job of getting open.
Misses Haliburton, the rebound. 9 seconds. They do have a timeout. Carlisle's going to let him play. Haliburton steps back and hits. Tyrese Haliburton trying to take Cleveland's heart. And it is over. The Indiana Pacers in a Game 2 stunner.
Unbelievable.
They did it again. They actually did it again. And with that, there was increasing belief that this team was probably the best team in the Eastern Conference. But it was time for them to remove all doubt from that conversation.
They are attacking the basketball.
Neesmith. Turner. Toppin coming backdoor. Haliburton probing, Toppin corner three. Splash! Reset Haliburton on the attack. Slithers to the cup. Shot clock down to 4. Siakam crosses over Wade, fires, and hits again. There's a challenge for an offense to deal with. Look at McConnell. He is picking them apart. Donovan Mitchell is now 2 of 9 from the field. Turner puts it down. Miles Turner flexing on the Cavs. Turner. Offensive brilliance from the Pacers.
Lead in this series.
Haliburton. Out of Turner. Boy, if this was a boxing match, they'd stop it right now. It's a 15-2 Pacers run, and they smell blood in the water. Turner!
What is happening here?
It has been an offensive clinic by Indiana.
Next up was the New York Knicks, who weren't one of the 3 title picks coming into the playoffs, but like the Pacers, had just beaten one of those teams in the previous round in the Boston Celtics. So it really wasn't going to get any easier for them, and Game 1 proved that.
Neesmith hits the 3.
And also, if you would have told me with Brunson, another 3 by Neesmith.
With Brunson and Towns or whoever the center is guarding on the other team. 3 Brunson. New York is 11 of 29 shooting threes, about 38%. Haliburton, his 3 is good.
But again, trading baskets.
Haliburton with 27 the other way with a screen from Shepard. He'll roll and he'll find the defensive heart. Neesmith 3, good, got it. Shot clock at 7, Brunson with it. He'll make a move, fly inside, and a big basket for Brunson. They're on him one-on-one.
And I'm surprised they don't have Miles Turner, the rim protector, on the floor as well.
Neesmith 3, good, another one from outside. Under a minute to go, Hart is right there, pressure by the Pacers. Towns, Bridges, Towns to the hole. Neesmith again, 3, got it, 5. 5 consecutive threes for Neesmith. Bridges to inbound, cutting Brunson. Inside, Anunoby bobbled the ball.
Oh, they'll challenge this.
After review, it's been deemed that Siakam makes legal contact with the basketball, dislodging it. Any contact afterward is deemed incidental. It's Indiana basketball, sideline out of bounds.
And they're down by 5 with a half minute to go. Controversy there was. Neesmith, it's a 3. It's a 2-point game.
Oh my
It's
goodness.
a 2-point game with 22 seconds to go. It was a 14-point lead with 2.5 to go. Wow. Brunson to inbound.
Look at
Neesmith
this.
on the ball.
Oh, he slipped.
Oh, he did. And it's picked up by Hart. Now Brunson splits the D. Drives, flies, feeds. Clock is ticking. There's a Toppin foul on Towns. Playoffs, he's 92% from the free throw line. He's got 33. And a timeout taken. Kick out 3. Nimhard, Neesmith.
They're going to call it on the floor.
He has scored 19 points in this fourth quarter for Indiana.
Leave anyone in.
Or he's just going to run down the floor because you can't grab him. 1-point game, Hart to inbound. Brunson's got it. Oh, throws it away, but picked up right there. Anunoby, and quickly fouled by Siakam. Wow. There was a 14-point lead for the Knicks, 119-105. And a missed free throw right there.
We've seen Haliburton be special in these moments. We talked about that, right? We want to see magic. What better place here than in Broadway?
2-point game. Indiana with it. Haliburton. He'll take it. He'll backpedal. A 3 for the win.
One of the best closers. People talking about him being overrated. Overrate that.
They got to make sure he got all the way behind the line.
That's right.
He certainly got it off in plenty of time.
Oh, I think that's a 2.
That is a 2. You're right.
I think that's going to be a 2.
That only ties the game. That ties the game.
We're going to be going to overtime.
We sure are.
Okay, now it's official. This is one of the most unreal, borderline demonic playoff runs I've ever seen. But even with the playoff run that the Pacers are currently having, Tyrese Haliburton really hadn't had a signature performance yet. He's had the moments, he's had the shots, but he just hasn't had the game. But as we've established already, when this team senses any doubt, they usually respond.
Numbers the other way, in the corner, 3, Neesmith.
First time in 20 years, one of the best coaches in this league for a long time.
Neesmith. Indiana 4-6, 3. Haliburton. Haliburton long 3. Wilkins Haliburton has the last 7 points for Indy. And the other way, Neesmith takes off. Play by Siakam on the deflection.
That number.
3-on-1, Haliburton to Toppin.
Question, I think he's looking over his shoulder, so to speak.
Haliburton with a 3 from way outside. Wow. In the corner, Siakam.
Second time right side of steal and giving it right back.
Haliburton 3.
You can't put too much into it.
Haliburton works his way in and scoops it hard. Haliburton underneath Siakam. Haliburton wide open, Nimhard with the treble. Tip it out. Siakam. Haliburton got it. Back inside. Bradley. And it's a 2-on-1 with the trailer in Siakam. So Bradley is in. Brunson fell, and Neesmith stopped.
And Jalen Brunson, over the course of this series, more than it is to just stop one shot. He has to work a lot harder against Neesmith than he does against these other guys.
This bodes well for them.
Lot of screens, open lane.
On the glass.
Mathurin is in, got the feed, takes it to the right. Foul. Shot clock at 3, Haliburton for 3.
Coach Thibodeau know that he was comfortable and that he supported his decision. He told me.
Haliburton weaving, driving, scoring. Goes on top. It's Toppin for 3. Good!
That'll do it.
Then Tyrese Haliburton with his 15th assist. Another 30-piece for Siakam. To me, this series was won and lost in game 1 by the Knicks.
Long shot, Haliburton. Oh! Tyrese Haliburton has gone mad. It's been a quarter of a century since Indiana has gone to the finals. But for the first time in 25 years, they are going to the NBA Finals.
Two title teams down, 1 to go. The OKC Thunder, who during the season had one of the greatest defenses in the history of the NBA. They won 68 games, the 4th most wins ever in a single season, and the team featured Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, who won the 2025 MVP. They were Goliath for basically the entire year, but it was time to see what happens when a generational defense meets a great offense with some devil magic thrown in.
Finds Turner, ball poked away. Another turnover from Toppin. Neesmith stolen. Ball again poked away. Boy, the passing lanes are narrow in OKC. Stolen by Dort. Another turnover. Here comes Caruso. Stolen by Caruso. Largest lead of the game. Timeout, Indiana. Gets inside, back out, Obi Toppin three-pointer, got it! Obi Toppin again, his 4th three-pointer of the game in these playoffs, 6 and 2. Miles Turner from downtown, his first three-pointer, gets it again, double team. Toppin three-pointer, puts it in, Obi Toppin. That open man, Turner sidestep, banks in the three, Miles Turner. Wanted to shoot, Caruso wouldn't let him. Neesmith drills it, rattles it home.
Ball handler at this point in time because the defense has been so aggressive.
Nembhard steps back, three-pointer. Got it! Three-pointer from Nembhard. Nembhard and Wallace step back, three-pointer. Short, rebound, the follow. Siakam puts it in. He has it. There's about a 9-second difference, shot clock and game clock. Gilgeous-Alexander spins, pulls up, jumper. Off the mark, won't go. Rebound, Neesmith. The Pacers with a chance to win it. Final seconds, no fouls to give. Haliburton looking. Haliburton driving, pulls up, jump shot. It's good! It's good! With 0.3 of a second remaining. Timeout, OKC. Tyrese Haliburton does it again.
A Tyrese Haliburton game winner seems to just be a guarantee at this point. The Pacers have already done their job so far. Win one of the first 2 on the road, and they did it while overcoming a seemingly insurmountable amount of turnovers. 24 to be exact. Game 2 doesn't really even matter at this point. You'd like to have Game 2, but if not, hey, you already did your job. The real question mark is Game 3.
McConnell play catch. Inside, beautiful pass. Neesmith moving without the ball. Stolen by McConnell. Throws it off Wallace. Pacers have it.
What was your experience with TJ?
Dude, so annoying.
Good luck that you. Mike. All right, Georgia steal off the Siakam make. McConnell with a rebound. Touch pass inside. Mathurin. McConnell the crossover, pull up, jump shot. Puts it in. PJ McConnell. Nembhard got it. Second opportunities. McConnell on the steal and he bats it home. He's done it again. Mathurin inside, left-handed, off the glass. Mathurin madness. He's got 25. The Pacers dream of their first NBA title very much alive. They're 2 wins away from a championship.
It is officially scary hours. But with OKC responding in Game 4 in the manner in which we expected them to respond in Game 3, the Pacers are all of a sudden on the ropes pretty much for the first time the entire run, tied 2-2 against an absolute juggernaut of a team with 2 road games left. If there even is a Game 7, every game from now on is the most important game. But unfortunately, things were about to get even more difficult than they already were.
In Game 4. That was greatly appreciated by the officiating staff. Haliburton falls down. Caruso just checked in, drives, layup. It's good.
So now with Tyrese Haliburton suffering a calf strain, the Pacers window was rapidly closing. Players usually are pretty cautious with calf injuries because playing on them can sometimes lead to something worse. Even with time off, you still sometimes see players suffer worse injuries as a result. But even though he would be hobbled, he understands the opportunity that both he and the Pacers have in front of them right now. But ultimately, the decision is usually up to the team. And right before Game 6, we got the answer.
He said he's had a lot of honest conversations with a lot of people about it, but said if he didn't at least give it a chance, it would be a decision he'd regret for the rest of his life, Mike.
All right, Lisa, and a decision for Haliburton and his staff. If he's not doing well, he's got to say, I'm not ready tonight. Siakam on the attack, counted, and a foul. Comes up the floor. Nimoy, corner 3. Williams hauls it in. TJ McConnell forces another turnover. Bad pass. Back to the rim. Turner goes high for the rebound. Haliburton's going to try. Finally gets one to go. Tyrese Haliburton from downtown. McConnell in the front court. Haliburton. Step back. Three-pointer. It's good. His second three-pointer of the game. Rarely see that from Holmgren. Nesmith the 3. Puts it in. Siakam into the heart of the defense, and Nesmith flips it up and in. 16 points, throws it away. Haliburton comes up with it. Cross court, Siakam for the slam.
The 2 best words in the sport. Game 7. This is it. This is what everyone here has been building towards their entire life. Everything in the last decade for Miles Turner leads up to this, and really the entire Pacers organization. They had a lot of people rooting for them at this point, just because of their story getting here. They didn't go out of their way to try to get as many star players as possible. They didn't construct some crazy team. It was ultimately just a bunch of guys that, quite frankly, other teams didn't want, coming together and building this from the ground up. And it was all relying on this one game.
What a gift for the NBA fan, although it's been torture for both the fans of the Pacers and the Thunder at times. OKC nearly unbeatable at home. Nembhard knocks down the first shot of the night. Back to Andrew Nembhard. Siakam left wide open, and Pascal Siakam buries his first three-pointer. Now puts it on the floor. Little fake, kicks it back out. Siakam, Haliburton lines up a long three-pointer. Got it! Haliburton launches another one. Puts it in. Back-to-back threes for Tyrese Haliburton. Williams tips it, but Mathurin right there to pick it up. Haliburton tries again. Haliburton hits again. His third three-pointer already. What a start for Tyrese Haliburton. Nembhard kicks it out. Top it. Good contest from Dort. Haliburton falls down. He looks hurt. Here comes SGA the other way. Inside, and Williams throws it down. Haliburton's hurt right away when he fell. That strained calf, he's in pain, so emotional. Oh, you get in a situation like this, you're just sick to your stomach for the young man. We'll take a timeout. He knew the risk, but it meant so much for him to be out there with his teammates. There was no way he wasn't going to play.
I know that you're all thinking about him, but like you said, you've still got a job to do. So how do you get it done without him?
Yeah, you keep it in your mind, keep it in your heart, and go win for him.
Siakam goes inside to drive the finish. Siakam, high arcing jump shot. Looking to get inside. Holmgren discourages him, tries again. Layup, that's good. Without their all-star point guard, Mathurin drills the three-pointer. Nembhard fires up a three, got it! Andrew Nembhard from way downtown. Pacers take the lead. Mathurin gets it back, kicks it out. Siakam. Pascal Siakam with the answer. The spin, the pass. Williams open three. That one bounces in.
Hesitant right now to shoot that three.
McConnell penetration and finish once again. McConnell on the drive, pulls off shot. It's good. McConnell mayhem once again. McConnell so confident gets to the rim and scores again. TJ McConnell pulls up, puts it in. Puts it out in the corner. Cason Wallace puts in a three. Williams to the basket. That lethal left hand once again from Jalen Williams. And on the 24, three-pointer SGA puts it in.
Feels like the celebration is underway here at the Paycom Center. It's a painful ending to what has been one of the most inspiring playoff runs the league has ever seen. They will fall one game short. For the first time, the NBA champion resides in Oklahoma City. The storybook season is complete. They may have been the favorites, but they had to fight tooth and nail in this series against a terrific Pacer team.
First row. I'll start. I first want to congratulate Mark Daignault, one of the great young coaches in all of professional sports, and his team. This was a great series. I'm so proud of our players. I'm so proud of our organization. Our fans showed up big time tonight. It was really moving. What happened with Tyrese is just all of our hearts dropped, but he will be back. I don't have any medical information about what may or may not have happened, but he'll be back in time, and I believe he'll make a full recovery. So he authored one of the great individual playoff runs in the history of the NBA. With dramatic play after dramatic play. It was just something that no one's ever seen. And did it as one of 17. That's the beautiful thing about him. As great a player as he is, it's always a team thing. And so our hearts go out to him. But so proud of everyone. The effort that our guys poured into the fourth quarter to win the quarter by 1 point was epic, and it was symbolic of what this team stands for, what basketball in Indiana stands for, and that there was no surrender. It was just it was all defiant fight to the end. And so I told these guys coming into this that there's no feel-good scenario when you get to the finals and are unable to get it done, and it really hurts. On the one hand, on the other hand, this team has given all of Pacer Nation something to be very proud of. So, questions?